All right, we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Trending Tuesdays. My name is Jackie, and I'm here with my friend, who also is named Jackie. And we, we are going to talk about how to live your best hot girl summer. But before we get started, make sure that you already have an active prescription for birth control, and you can sign up for free delivery and automatic refills of your birth control straight to your mailbox by using Pandia Health. If you need a new prescription and you're in California, Florida, or Texas, then you can sign up for an online doctor's consultation with one of our expert doctors. Use a referral code Jackie, JACQUIE, to get a discount. So let's get right into it. We are going to be discussing multiple topics today. Let me silence this. About how to live your best hot girl summer. And you're probably asking, how is that possible? It's possible. And there's multiple ways you can do that during this pandemic. And I know we're all supposed to be like quarantining. And when you think of hot girl summer, you think of like partying and like having like vacations and going to Hawaii or like on boats or just being surrounded by a lot of people. And as you know, that's not like probably the best option right now to be around a lot of people to minimize cases for COVID. So we have thought about some things to do to spice up your hot girl summer. And the first one we started with is accessorizing. And if you have it, I would start shopping online or getting creative to accessorize yourself. So I want to show you some of our favorite pieces. Which one should we start with?
I like this right here.
Okay. So these are two earrings. What are they called? Tortoise shells?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So I like these ones. You can see them. They're kind of like, well, they're polygon earrings, but they're kind of in the shape of almost a pentagon, but not quite there. Like it's just missing a side right here. So I like these ones. I think recently I've been seeing a lot of jewelry be very like very geometric style in a way. And if you don't want to buy earrings and you need like something to do, then you can make your own earrings. And so actually one of our interns named Erin made these earrings for my sister, and they're really cute. And so that could be a really fun thing to do. She also made the earrings I'm wearing, which are amazing, and I think it's something that is really fun and a good thing. I like a good hobby to pick up. It could be very hard. She's had a lot of practice, which is why they turned out very well. She also made these for my sister, and they were on her Depop, which I thought was really cool. And they're like, I can't remember. I want to say asymmetric, but they're not asymmetric. They're just two different styles, but it really makes her ears look good. Oh wait, these are tortoise shells. And then same thing, kind of like the other shaped ones. So you can always accessorize. I don't know if you can tell, but I accessorize by wearing necklaces, and I have like a chunky like something with like more. Oh, there's people here. Hello. Oh, I can do. Wow.
Does this pop up?
Yeah. This is my sister. Those are the earrings I was showing you. Yeah, and so here, Erin McGuire, she's the one who made these earrings. I really love them. I wear them every day, and actually I took them camping, which brings us to our next point, vacation spots.
Yeah, so as y'all might know, there's not many places you can go to over the summer, which might interfere with your hot girl summer.
Mm-hmm.
So we came up with a list of places that are doable over the summer where you can still be a hot girl. So one of our favorite things to do has been camping, which is what we did this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And then another thing is swimming holes. You can sunbathe, go swimming, bust out your new swimsuit.
Yeah.
That includes going to the beach as well, as long as you're, separate from all the other people who might be going to the beach.
Yeah.
And I know maybe not all places have this, but drive-in movie theaters, they're still doable.
Yeah. Just make sure you bring jumper cables with you because sometimes your car might not start if you have it. Her car, she drives a Jeep, and so I think the battery life is like more durable. But we watched the Avengers movie when it came out a year or two ago, and it was a 3 hour long movie, and her car was still able to turn on, but a lot of the cars around us were able to turn on after the movie, which I thought was kind of funny. So always bring around a pair of cables, but these are all like very good spots where like it's very like socially distant from like other people. And I know it's pretty hard to feel like you can do anything, especially when like the weather's out. I don't know about you, but when it gets hot, like I feel more lazy if I'm at home, like not doing anything necessarily, I guess.
Yeah.
But there is also a few of you who are wondering, what is a hot girl summer? Jackie?
As you can tell, I'm partaking in the hot girl summer. Basically, a hot girl summer is when, you're just having a good time, feeling yourself, whatever you do, just have fun doing it.
That's a very, yeah. So a hot girl summer is to feel yourself, and people take it in like different ways. And there are like people who their hot girl summer is like giving themselves a makeover. And so like my friend and I know it's like we want to say like we're crazy, but like we're not that crazy. But we like bleached our hair. It's somewhere in here. I don't know. People will like color their hair, or they will like cut bangs or something like that. Like try something completely out of your comfort zone for like your hot girl summer. And I think your hot girl summer doesn't necessarily mean like be hot, like like to society like standards of like like changing yourself to fit like what people think is acceptable. I think it's like changing yourself to be someone that like you aspire to be, and it's kind of like an excuse. So it's not like, oh, you need to like get Botox, you need to like buy like nice clothes, you need to like go do like expensive things. I think it's really about my mom said, you are so crazy. I know, I'm so crazy. But yeah, as like Jackie said, we went camping, and I think that is definitely a good solution for a lot of people, just because you can go with the people you chosen to let into your small circle, and that way like you are still distant from other people. Because I know we live in California, and some of the beaches here are very, very crowded, and it's just probably not the best idea to put yourself in that kind of situation where everyone's really packed. And I know it's very tempting to. And so if you can, like where she lives, we found a swim hole. And I think that was really nice to kind of like, there was still maybe like one or two other people, but we were all very like distanced from each other. And I think it can definitely like still make it feel like summer isn't completely over. So we're now going to talk about drinks you can make. And there's two things about hot girl summer. A lot of people think that you need to like get your summer body on, and again, like this doesn't mean you need to be like model-esque thin. I think a lot of people just want to be like a little bit more toned than they are, and I think it's never like a bad thing to push yourself to I don't know.
Take better care of yourself.
Yeah, take better care of yourself. Just kind of like see yourself in a more positive light. I know it's like something that I struggle with, and it's just like very hard to like see yourself in a positive way. So I think the hot girl summer thing is also a way for you to just love yourself more and just be more comfortable in your body. So Jackie here has found some drinks that we think are really good.
Yeah, so if you're partaking in any of these activities we mentioned before, this is some really nice, fruity, refreshing drinks to enjoy.
And you have to be over 21 to drink this.
Yeah. So one of my favorites are mango mojitos. So for these, you need 1 teaspoon of sugar, 5 mint leaves, half of a lime juiced, 2 ounces of rum, and 4 ounces of mango nectar. So in a cocktail glass, you're going to add the sugar, mint leaves, lime juice, and the rum together. You're going to muddle your mixture together until the mint leaves are bruised and the sugar starts to dissolve. Then you're going to fill the glass with ice, top with mango nectar, and stir to combine. And you can serve this with a lime wedge and sprig of mint if desired.
Yes. The best part about these drinks, like Jackie said, is that they're very refreshing, and I think a lot of the ingredients can be found without like going out and shopping for them. Because I know like for some drinks you have to go. Oh, my mom says no demo. I was thinking about it, but I can't drink at the moment because of the medication I'm taking, and she has to drive. So we didn't want to be tempted by like making any alcoholic beverages because I don't want to be tempted to sip on them because then once I start, then I feel like I have to finish it, and my doctor's probably gonna say like, "Hey man, not cool," and I don't want her to get too drunk to function. But yeah, so what's another drink you got?
So another one is a strawberry daiquiri.
Oh, these ones are good.
So for this one, you're going to need 6 cups of ice, half a cup of white sugar, 4 ounces of frozen strawberries, 1/8 cup of lime juice, 1/2 cup of lemon juice, 3/4 cup of rum, and 1/4 cup of lemon lime flavored carbonated beverage, so like a Sprite or something. So you're gonna put in a blender the ice, sugar, and strawberries. You're gonna pour in the lime juice, lemon juice, rum, and lemon lime soda. Blend until it's smooth, and then pour into a glass.
Yes.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
And then the last one I have is a mint julep. So for this one, you're gonna get 1/4 ounce of simple syrup, 8 mint leaves, 2 ounces of bourbon, bitters, and mint sprig as garnish. So the first step is in a julep cup or rocks glass, lightly muddle the mint and syrup. Step 2, add the bourbon and pack tightly with crushed ice. Step 3, stir until the cup is frosted on the outside. And step 4 is top with more crushed ice to form an ice dome and garnish with a mint sprig and a few optional drops of bitters.
Yes, and a lot of you may wonder like what bitters are, and to me, I think they're both, but they're not. They're actually like just like little flavor, like a little extra something to put on the top, and I think those are always like very delightful to have. And the website we got these from is
It was different websites, honestly.
Oh, okay.
I just looked up the drinks, and they have a bunch of different recipes.
We have a question saying, yes, this is a good one. Can you drink and take birth control? This is a question.
Does it depend? I think it depends, right?
It does depend, but the general answer is yes. Like, a lot of concerns are is if it affects like how the birth control will work with you, and you can. I know this because I took birth control, and I asked my doctor about it. They didn't say anything, and I would only say that the only concern when it comes to drinking is how your birth control can affect your hormones. And so to some people, like drinking while their like hormones are changing might kind of be like a bad mixture for them. And then check facts. Okay. We will fact check this right now. But you can also find this on Pandia Health website because we wrote an article about this. If it was posted. Yeah. So we are going to pandiahealth.com. Here's a step-by-step guide to going to our website. Then you go to facts, FAQ. And there are a lot of popular topics that I think you can find here. If not, there's like a search bar. So, why does my birth control make me crazy? So I'm just typing in alcohol, and I'm going to click enter. It's loading. Yeah, sorry. The Wi-Fi in this room is not very good, and I actually have to plug in my computer to the Ethernet so it can be actually fast. Well, I'm going to have her find it and just know that it is on the Pandia Health website. I'm really sorry. Usually, like, the iPad is faster, so I don't know why that's not working as much. But the next thing we have to talk about could be your favorite, or could not be your favorite activity to do during summer, and it is working out. And to some people, working out is enjoyable to them, but if you're like me, it could be kind of a tough one to get yourself to do. And I think for a lot of people, working out is something that is not as motivating for them to do, but they're like what we call like gym rats, who are like always at the gym. They're always like self-bettering themselves, always pushing themselves to the limit. And there's like a lot of things that you should do during the summer, which is the best time to work out because you actually sweat a ton. You sweat a lot, and that helps you lose a lot of calories, and it helps you like burn fat more, and it helps you become more toned. So there's actually a few workouts that I would like to talk about that I've been trying to do, working on, and for me it's kind of like my arms. Like I feel like I want my arms to be a little bit more slimmed and toned. So there's two things I've been doing, which was one, today shoveling a lot of dirt because we're redoing my backyard, and that's a good thing. But if you don't have dirt to shovel, which I understand, not everyone just has a giant pile of dirt in their backyard that needs to be shoveled and put into buckets. There are a lot of things I like to do, and the first one is a 2-in-1, the push-up plank, which helps with your arms and your abs. So if you're trying to like tone down both of those, that's a good one. And then something that's very simple but is always overlooked are arm circles. And you've probably done this in PE, where like you put out your arms and you start circling them like this, and you have to do it for about like a minute or two. And if that's too easy for you and just doing this is not enough of a challenge, then you can pick up weights. And for some people like me, I don't really have weights. I don't know, do you have weights?
I do, yeah. I have like the standard barbells, and then I have like, I don't know what they're called, but they're like big round weights and they have a handle.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what those are called either. But you can pick up weights and start doing the arm circles, or find any household appliance to hold. Sometimes I take books. I take my textbooks that I don't use anymore for school, and I will use those to like do arm circle workouts. Look at her. She's so dedicated. She's putting in her name and everything. But other things. What did I have? Mountain climbers. These are also good. Why, you ask? Because it helps with your abs and your legs. And these ones are like okay. To some people, I don't know. Do you like yoga?
I personally don't. No.
Yeah, we both are not huge fans of yoga, but my sister and a lot of my friends do yoga, and they do yoga with a lady called Doing Yoga with Adrian, I believe. She's a YouTuber, and she has a lot of videos on YouTube. So if you like more slow and relaxful and like peaceful things, then I would definitely check her out. But if you are like us, I think we like to do fast-paced things. I don't know. Have you ever done a HIIT?
A HIIT?
It's like high intensity interval training, I think it stands for. So it's like you do like 30 seconds to a minute of like high intense workout, and then you take like a tiny break, and then you go back into like a 30-second intense workout, then you take a break, and then you go back, and it's like really, really fast, and you do like different courses. And to some people, like it's a shorter workout but with more high intensity workout. And so if you don't have enough time, that's like something a lot of people kind of do, but yoga is definitely more of like a sit down kind of thing, and you like find your inner peace and zen. She's been trying to fact check, but the Wi-Fi it's not going to work. But you can trust me and see here that our CEO and founder, woman-founded, Dr. Yen, will answer these questions for you. We're always happy to answer any questions you may have about birth control because there's so much to know. I don't think either of us know any of like all of the information. And we take birth control. How long have you been taking it for?
A year and a half.
And we still don't know everything. So another thing is you can go to our YouTube channel. And this is actually a very if you do not like reading for our blog post, because I love reading, but sometimes like I just pull out my phone and I can't read. There's two options. You can listen to a podcast or you can watch our YouTube videos. And so our YouTube videos discusses a lot of things. And I've said this before, but my favorite series is TMI Tuesdays. Have you ever watched TMI Tuesdays?
I think so.
Yeah, and it's like when people submit questions that they are very personal to them and they don't know who to ask. And so our CEO will answer them in a very like straightforward way. So you get your answer, boom. Because I know there are some YouTube videos where they have like what you're asking in the title, but it's like a 20-minute video. And then you have to like watch like a bunch of fluff until you get to the actual part that you need to answer. And usually they'll read the comments and they'll say like, hey, for those who are just looking for the answer, they put like a timestamp. So definitely check out our YouTube videos and also check out our podcasts. Recently, Dr. Yen did a radio host show that should be already posted, and my friend and I called in. We asked some questions that we had on our minds, and they just cover like a huge variety of like birth control myths. So let's finish this with one more. How about you talk about this? Because I brought it up so many times when we were camping.
So another thing to do during the hot girl summer, while you're doing the activities we mentioned, one thing that is nice to do is document your life. So when you're doing an activity or just having a good time, living in a moment, you can take out your phone, just record whatever you're doing, and you can make a little movie out of it. So by the end of the summer, you can collect all your memories and, you know, really absorb what happened over your summer. Be like, wow, I did have a good hot girl summer, even though we were in quarantine.
Yeah, I think people are so like easily lost in the moment. Like they forget, okay, live in the moment, but don't forget about the moment, if that makes sense. I think there are a lot of things that I overlook, and we always send each other like Snapchat memories, and there's always like a good amount of them, and sometimes I send them of her, and she's like, I don't remember this, and I'm like, I know. That's why I took a video of it, because I knew one day you would forget, and then I send them over, and then she sends them to me, and I'm like, no, you see yourself grow and change. And my brother actually did this, so I'm gonna like talk about him for a hot sec. Because it's hot girl summer, my brother is a hot girl. So I don't know where I was going with that. But he documented his summer one time, not this one, but he is still, because he does this. And at the end of the year, at the end of the summer, he got all his friends together and he made this movie of all of them. And it was actually really nice to watch. I mean, I was in it a few times, but like all of his friends were like crying, and you know, some guys, they don't cry in front of their homies because that's not cool, but it is cool to show emotions. Any guys who are watching this. And they were all like, wow, this is so cool. And so it's kind of awkward. I know there's some times where I was camping and I like pulled out my phone and I was like, I'm eating soup. What are you eating? And everyone's like, oh, and like, why? But I think it's worth it in the end, because what did you eat? Do you remember?
Hot Cheetos.
And
hot dogs.
Okay, well, she remembers now, but I guarantee you in like 2 months, she's not going to remember the type of ramen she ate.
It's tapatio ramen.
Tapatio ramen. Yeah. But I'm telling you, I'm going to come back and I'm going to ask her and she's not going to know. Because I don't even think you remember what I ate.
You had like clam chowder or something? Oh.
Now when she watched
Wait, no, you had like beef stew soup,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, I did have beef stew. So, as the last thing to documenting your life, hear me out. Make TikToks. I know. Some of you may say why, but I think it's really fun. My friends and I just started making TikToks, and I think it'll be like a fun thing to like look back, and they're not funny, honestly. They're not funny to other people, but they're funny to you and the people you're with, and so you kind of look back on them and you're like, okay, this was just a bunch of random nonsense. But I think in the end, you'll be very happy and just kind of have like a whole bunch of things to like flip through. And you can make them private so other people don't have to see them. So I would like to thank everyone for coming.
Thank you.
And please remember to check out Pandia Health and use my name, Jacquie, which is different from the way how she spells it. And you can get a discount on your birth control for the first time. You get free delivery. Do not worry about refills. And it's such an easy sign-up process. She did it. Explain how easy it was.
Just put in your name, your email, your ID, and your what is it called, insurance card, and that's about it.
And then you're done.
Yeah.
And it's pretty easy to switch over because she comes from college back to home, and she just updates her address. Doesn't have to worry about it. Done deal. So yeah, everyone, thank you for coming and thank you for watching. Thanks to the ones who stayed. I see you and your comments. Thank you, Mom, for leaving comments. I really appreciate it. Okay, bye everyone. And